Hello, this is Matt Connarton, a certified hypnotherapist, and I've created a session, or I should say I am creating a session. It will have, by the time you hear this, it will have been created, that I want to give away to people who just need help with stress reduction in your day-to-day life. Life can be very stressful. There are a lot of pressures, perhaps financial, emotional. Actually, financial leads to emotional pressure. But we all have things that we're concerned with, that we're worried about, and a little bit of stress actually is fine. Is actually a good thing, because that's what motivates you to address the things that are bothering you. But what is not okay and what is not healthy is when we become stressed to the point that it is of no use to us. It's not motivating us, but it's actually taking us in the opposite direction. It's dragging us down, where perhaps you even become stressed about things that you have no control over, that you cannot possibly influence the outcome of. And they're just things going on in the world that you're worried about. In fact, human beings, for whatever reason, we seem to be wired for that. Again, there's good stress, the stress that motivates us to solve our problems, deal with issues that we're confronted with directly or preemptively, and of course, that stress that motivates us to accomplish things, drives us to become whoever it is that we want to be and accomplish the things that we want to do with our lives. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, and we're probably not necessarily wired this way naturally, but something about the world teaches us to also stress about things in an unhealthy way, things that are beyond our control, things that there's just no point in stressing or worrying about, but we do it anyway. So I'm creating a session to help you with that. And heck, I might even use this myself after I'm done recording it. I can always use a little maintenance in that area too. I think we all can. It's something that we all do to varying degrees. But I want to help you with that today. So what I would like you to do as you're listening to this is get very comfortable. It's very important that you're not, don't listen to this in the car while you're driving or anything like that. Affirmations and things like that are okay to listen to while you're driving, but not something where you're going to actually be going into a state of hypnosis. That would be very dangerous. No, you should be in a place where you feel very comfortable, very relaxed, very safe, calm, quiet. It would be great if you're wearing headphones. If you're not, that's not necessarily bad, but if you can, that's even better. So that you're able to kind of shut out any outside sounds or potential distractions and just be able to focus on the sound of my voice and just relax. And what I would like you to do, once you're in that environment where you're able to be very relaxed and not worried about anything going on around you or any other sounds or distractions, and you could be sitting up in a comfortable chair, you could be lying down, whatever and wherever it is, as long as you're able to safely relax. And I'd like you to go ahead and close your eyes and just allow yourself to relax. And I'm going to help you with that, because over the next little bit of time, I'm going to ask you, again, with your eyes closed, to just focus on two simple things. First, I'd like you to focus on your breathing. That might sound odd, breathing isn't something you think about, right? It's something you just do. It's automatic. But what's really nice to be able to do is just kind of Focus on your breathing. Actually focus on it. Actually feel yourself breathe. Feel the air moving through you. Feel the air moving through your lungs. Feel it moving through your rib cage. Feel that air moving through your body. Just slow down and breathe nice and deeply and really focus on your breath. You might already find yourself feeling very deeply relaxed. Just doing that, just slowing down, breathing deeply and comfortably, and just focusing on your breathing. Now, I mentioned 2 simple things for you to focus on. The other is simply the sound of my voice. As you're breathing deeply and comfortably, and as you're really enjoying that and feeling the air moving through you and how relaxing that is, you can also focus on the sound of my voice. Hearing only the sound of my voice. Not paying attention to any outside sounds or distractions. Not allowing any distracting thoughts to even enter your mind. But you're able to easily and effortlessly, as you continue to breathe very deeply and comfortably, also focus on the sound of my voice. And over the next little bit of time, as you focus on the sound of my voice, there may come a point where you lose track of some of what I'm saying to you. And that's perfectly fine. You might start to daydream. Your mind might start to take you other places. And that's perfectly okay. That just means that you're very deeply relaxed. You might consciously hear every single word that I say to you in the next few minutes. You might hear some of it. Some of it might just kind of fade off. You might not hear any of it after the next 20 or 30 seconds. You might just easily and effortlessly go into such a deep state of relaxation and hypnosis that you don't even hear what I'm saying to you consciously. But that's okay, because subconsciously your mind will be absorbing and recording every single thing I'm communicating to you. So that's all you have to do. Focus on your breathing, breathing deeply and comfortably, and focus on the sound of my voice. And as you continue to breathe very deeply and comfortably, I want you to use your imagination, your powerful imagination, which everybody has. Not everyone realizes how powerful their imagination truly is. But use your vivid and powerful imagination for a moment. And this will be fun, I promise. As you're exhaling with each deep breath, I'd like for you to imagine that you're actually exhaling out any negative energy that you might be carrying around inside of you. And when I say negative energy, what I mean is any stress or tension, worry or anxiety that you might be carrying around inside of yourself mentally. But this negative energy, it has a funny way of manifesting itself physically within us. And we actually feel that negative energy in our muscles, in our bones, in our joints. That's why one of the most common symptoms of stress is feeling fatigued. Why? That negative energy that we carry around mentally, it affects us physically. So you might find yourself, as you continue to feel more and more relaxed, is with every breath, as you exhale, you're breathing out all of that negative energy. You don't have to force it out. That's the great thing. You don't have to push it out. It just leaves as you exhale. You're just breathing it out and releasing it out into the atmosphere, wherever it goes. You don't really care where it goes. Doesn't matter to you. All you know is you're getting rid of it. That's all that matters. It's no longer inside you. That's the important thing. And just breathe and just allow yourself to release out into the atmosphere any of that negative energy. Now, what I would also like you to do, again, using your vivid and powerful imagination, is to breathe in, is to inhale positive energy. And that positive energy that you're breathing in completely displaces any lingering negative energy. So there's no room left for any negative energy. It's gone. And you're now allowing all of this positive energy to come in as you breathe it in easily and effortlessly. With every breath as you inhale, you're just inhaling all of this positive energy. And this positive energy, it helps you feel comfortable, deeply relaxed, very peaceful, very calm, getting some good rest. You're going to feel very well rested after this. Very safe, very deeply relaxed, all of that positive energy. It also helps you to feel confident and strong and empowered. All the good stuff, everything positive that you could ever want or need comes to you in all of that amazing positive energy. And as you allow yourself to breathe in all that positive energy, you become more and more deeply relaxed. And it just feels so good to take this time for you where you just feel so relaxed and peaceful and calm, just enjoying that amazing positive energy. That's a nice feeling. That's a wonderful feeling. And now, using your vivid and powerful imagination, I would like you to imagine that you are floating on a cloud. A big, fluffy, comfortable cloud in the sky. And as you enjoy just being on this cloud, which was made specifically for you, by the way, that's why it's so comfortable. As you drift along, as you float along on your cloud, I'm going to begin to count from 10 down to 1. And by the time I reach the number 1, you will feel so very deeply relaxed, peaceful, calm, comfortable. Not only a very deep state of relaxation, but a deep state of hypnosis as well. And so we begin. 10. Drifting along on your big fluffy cloud. 9. All is calm, all is peaceful, all is quiet. 8. Just drifting down further, deeper still. 7. Just floating along, drifting along. 6. Still breathing nice and deeply and comfortably. 5. Hearing every word that I say, if not consciously, certainly subconsciously. 4. Drifting all the way down deeper and deeper and deeper. 3. So calm, so peaceful as you enter the very deepest state of relaxation possible. 2. Drifting down, down, all the way down, all the way down. And finally 1. All the way down into the very deepest state of relaxation and the very deepest state of hypnosis possible. And now that you are in a deep state of hypnosis, your mind is open and ready to receive all of the powerful and beneficial hypnotic suggestions that I'm going to give to you. But not quite yet. I would like to take you into an even deeper state of relaxation and thereby an even deeper state of hypnosis. Because what I'd like you to do now, again, using your vivid and powerful imagination, is I would like for you to leave your cloud and go someplace else. But this time you get to choose the place. I suggested the cloud. Now you get to choose a place. And it can be any place at all. As long as it's a place where you feel so very deeply relaxed, calm, peaceful, and comfortable. And it can be a place that you've been to recently, or perhaps long ago. It can be a place that you've been to many times, or perhaps only once. It could even be a place that you've never been to, but maybe you looked at once in a picture or a painting and you thought, that looks like a nice place to visit. I'd like to go there someday. It could even be a place that doesn't really exist in the real physical world, only in your powerful imagination, a place that only you can go, that you have created, that you have imagined. But now, wherever and whatever that place may be, just allow your vivid and powerful imagination to take you there. And then once you're there, take a second to really enjoy your surroundings and enjoy being in that wonderful, relaxing paradise of a place that you've chosen. And as you enjoy being there, taking it all in, feeling very relaxed, very peaceful, very calm, very safe, I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And by the time I reach the number 1, you will have entered an even deeper state of relaxation and an even deeper level of hypnosis. 5. Just really enjoying being in this wonderful place in your imagination. 4. Feeling even more calm and peaceful and relaxed. 3. Drifting down into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. 2. Entering the very deepest level of hypnosis possible. And finally, 1. Completely relaxed and in a very deep state of hypnosis, where your subconscious mind is open to receiving all of the beneficial suggestions that I'm about to give to you. And all of the suggestions that I'm going to share with you will be permanently recorded in your subconscious mind, and your mind will make everything necessary for them to happen and to be active 100% of the time. Every second, every minute, every hour of the day. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep at night, and perhaps even in your dreams, all of these suggestions will be active 100% of the time, without exception, without fail. And they will be completely automatic. Because you might find after our session is over here today that you are able to deal with stress and anxiety and worry in a far more productive and positive way than you ever have before. Understanding that some degree of stress can be helpful and motivating, but that undue stress, stressing about things that you can't control, stressing about things that are not helpful to you to be worried about, becoming anxious over things that are out of your control, or that in any way cause you to not feel well mentally because you're stressed out, because you're worried, you're anxious. You might find after our session is over here today that that is no longer an issue for you, because your subconscious mind is easily and automatically able to deal with and deflect any of that undue, unnecessary, unhelpful, negative energy created by negative stress, so that it never even gets to your conscious mind, certainly, and that you no longer have to deal with an undue level of stress that affects you in any way negatively. You might find after our session is over here today that you're able to deal with stress in a much more positive way, thus minimizing the stress itself. You might find that healthy habits like eating healthy food or exercise, avoiding things that you know are bad for you, will also help you exponentially to deal with stress in a positive, productive manner. Human beings have a tendency to worry about things that we can't control, but it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to take on undue, unnecessary stress. You don't have to do it, and you might find after our session is over here today that it is easier than ever before to automatically, without even trying, it's just automatic. You don't even have to think about it. You simply reject undue, unnecessary levels of stress and worry and anxiety. And this helps you to be much more centered, as they say. This helps you to be much more calm. This helps you to be much more focused, so that when there are issues, when there are problems that need to be solved, that need to be dealt with and confronted, you're able to deal with those in a much more productive, calm, focused manner. Instead of getting stressed out over it, you're able to confront the problem and deal with it head on, if it is something that you can confront and deal with head on. Again, if it's something that you have no control over, then there's really not much point in allowing stress to overwhelm you, and you will not allow that anymore after our session is over here today, because you are now able to process stress on an entirely higher level, much more effectively and efficiently and more positively, so that you never again feel overwhelmed by it. It never again affects you. It never again drags you down. You are now operating on a higher level in terms of how you deal with stress. And you might find that this change is completely automatic. You never have to think about it. It simply is. Now, what I'd like you to think about, again, using your vivid and powerful imagination, and this is my favorite part of this process. What I'd like you to think about, I'd like you to imagine, create in your mind an image of yourself, a three-dimensional image of yourself that you can look at from the outside, almost like you're looking at a clone of yourself or a twin. It's you, but you're able to look at you from the outside and probably maybe, 5 feet away. But here's the fun part. So you're looking at you from the outside, but the version of yourself that you're looking at is what I like to call your ideal self, an ideal version of you. And your ideal self has all of the wonderful, amazing, powerful, positive qualities and attributes that you have, that you know that you have, and that others know you to have. But also, the ideal version of you has all of the amazing, the positive, the powerful qualities and attributes that you wish to have, or perhaps you wish to have more of. This ideal version of you that you've created in your imagination is powerful and strong, does not get stressed out, is in control, is confident, is empowered, very healthy, very, very strong, and able to handle easily and effortlessly whatever challenges or potentially stressful situations should arise. That ideal version of you is fully in control. And as you gaze upon this ideal version of you, that might stir something inside you as you begin to realize, perhaps for the first time, that you can be that person. You can be that version of you. After all, if you can imagine it in your mind, if you can imagine that version of you in your mind, it only makes sense that you can actually become that version of you. Because think of it, everything that we do in life, everything that we accomplish, everything that we become, it all starts with a thought. It all starts in our imagination. Everything we do. It starts with a thought, with an idea, perhaps an impulse. But it all starts in our brains. First you think it, you imagine it, you dream it, and then you go and do it, accomplish it, make it real. So, you might be realizing for the first time, if you can create that ideal version of you in your mind, it only makes sense that that's possible. It starts with the idea. And it's possible to become that ideal version of you. And as you realize that, and as you begin to fully understand that, perhaps for the first time, you might notice an increasing sense of optimism inside of you, or excitement, enthusiasm about the future and about your potential and what you can do and what you can accomplish and who you can be and how you can easily deal with stress, by the way. As you begin to realize that if you can imagine it, you can be it, you can become it, you can do it. You can be that ideal version of you with all of those amazing and wonderful attributes and qualities. Now what I'd like you to do in your vivid and powerful imagination, take a couple steps closer. Get closer to that ideal version of you. And as you get closer to the ideal version of you, all of those feelings, that optimism, that excitement, that enthusiasm, everything increases. The closer you get, everything increases as you begin to realize more and more, yes, you can be that person. And then what I'd like you to do finally, walk right up to that ideal version of you, and then as quickly or as slowly as is comfortable for you, no need to force it, but just allow yourself in your imagination to actually step inside and become that ideal version of you. Actually step inside and become your ideal self. And as you do that, and once you've done that, notice how that makes you feel. Notice that newfound level of optimism and enthusiasm and excitement and confidence and strength and that sense of empowerment, that sense of feeling in control, easily able to deal with anything life throws at you without stress, without getting worried and anxious, but rather just dealing with things as they come, effectively and efficiently and confidently. And knowing that you can do that allows you to feel far, far less stress. And that's a wonderful feeling. That's an amazing feeling, isn't it? Just take a moment and enjoy that. Enjoy becoming this new version of you. As you continue to breathe deeply, all of these powerful suggestions that I've given you here today are becoming more and more permanently embedded in your subconscious mind. One other thing, we're going to use your imagination one more time, very quickly. Think about your favorite color, if you have a favorite color. If you don't have a favorite color, just think about a color you find appealing. You don't have to have a favorite. But pick a color you like. You might find after our session is over here today that every time you see that color, every single suggestion that I've given you here today will reinforce itself automatically in your subconscious mind. You won't need to think about any of that. It will be completely automatic. But every time you see that color that you were thinking of, every suggestion that I've given you here today will be reinforced in your subconscious mind. Any time of day, in any scenario, any circumstance, every suggestion that I've given you here today will be reinforced in your subconscious mind. Now, I'm going to begin to count from 5 down to 1. When I reach the number 1, your eyes will be open and you will be completely awake and alert, feeling rested and ready to continue about your day. Or, if it's at the end of the day, you'll feel rested but also very relaxed and perhaps ready to turn in, depending on when you're listening to this. 5. Enjoying these last few moments of deep, deep relaxation. 4. Some of the feeling beginning to return to your limbs as you slowly begin to wake up. 3. Taking a nice deep breath in. One more big deep breath. 2. Your eyes beginning to open. And finally, 1. Eyes fully open, feeling completely awake and alert, and ready to go on to whatever it is that you have planned next. All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it helps. I think it will. And by the way, you can listen to this as many times as you want to, as often as you want to. Even if you feel like it helped you, but it helped you so much that you don't necessarily need to listen to it again or multiple times, it can't hurt. Anytime you just want to relax and unwind, there's no harm in listening to it again, and like I said, as many times and as often as you want to. So thank you. If you would like to know more about me and potentially book a session with me or a free consultation ahead of a session, you can do that. You can call my office line at 617-917-4476. That's 617-917-4476. You can go to my website and schedule things right there, mattconarton.com. And I will spell my last name for you because some people have a challenge with it. It is Connarton, mattconarton.com. And you can find me on social media at Matt Connarton. So I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed being able to do this for you. Thank you.